What's up, everybody, and welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. We are the LittleBigKast. Yay! We talk about Sony and stuff. Yay. In today's ginger-free episode, there is no Jeff.
Oh.
No Destiny.
No Destiny. Less Destiny. Oh. Drew does the entire show without moving his lips.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
I, Rachel, explore my trust issues and how it correlates to memory cards. And Robin survives just a night in the La Quinta.
You did?
It was amazing.
How did she? How? Wow. So all of this and more on this episode of LittleBigKast. Welcome everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. I'm Drew Tyler, stepping in tonight for, well, I'm not stepping in for Jeff, but like we're all here, but Jeff's not, so it's weird that I get to say all that stuff. But it's episode 34 of the LittleBigKast.
Woo!
Yay! Welcome. If you're joining us live, I'm sure you're excited as I am to be here, and if you're listening to us, subscription-based, I'm sure you're as excited to be there as we are to be here.
Just to listen to us, wherever you are.
Yeah, our sultry tones, yeah. So let's kick it off. Let's talk about all the things that we've been up to over the last week and get everybody up to speed. Rachel, you wanted to take that?
Yeah, so I have recently beat Borderlands 2.
What?
I know, plot twist. However, KT had said that one does not beat Borderlands 2. He's completely correct. So I had beaten Borderlands 2, and I was super pumped to do like level 50 missions and just like higher level missions and just level up. But the next time that I had actually opened the game, I had accidentally clicked start the whole game over, like on the harder level. Yeah, so everything, I shut it off immediately, and I tried restarting it, but once I uploaded the new game, it had erased all of my old games, so I was pretty bummed out about it. However, I do get to start the game with all my abilities and at the level that I left off on with all my weapons and stuff, and yeah, I'm actually leveling. Intense. Yeah, I'm actually leveling up a lot faster. I just don't want to do it all over again. That's my only concern, is I don't want to fight the same bosses, and you get cooler guns, but it's just there's a box in Sanctuary, and it's locked, and it's just in the main spawn room, and it has the skull on it, and you can't open it, and I want to open it, and I wanted to open it so bad, but I couldn't, even after the final boss. So I still don't know what's in the box, and I don't know. It's just
a tease.
It's the rudest thing ever. We thought, well, yeah, because I thought you were going to be able to open it once you defeat what's-his-face, but nope. Yeah, so that was pretty rude. So I have to redo that all over again. Maybe. We'll see. And that's that. Now I don't know if I want to play Uncharted 2 or Ni no Kuni or Far Cry 4 or pick up Little Big Planet 3. So
Destiny.
No. And no.
Well,
maybe.
He's piped in because Jeff wasn't here to add that to the list.
I know, right?
I vote for Little Big Planet. I think that's a fantastic way to go. Why? Yeah, neat.
The only thing with Little Big Planet is that you need friends to play with.
Right.
Which, ironically enough, was kind of why I didn't play as much Destiny, because KT and Jeff were on at usually different times than I was, or I wasn't on as much as they were, so
no
I couldn't
one's
keep
on
up.
as much as they are.
I'll play Little Big Planet with you. Just let me know when you want to play, and I'll jump on.
I was super bummed out we couldn't share play forever ago, so
right, internet.
That was a sad day.
But we could totally get together and play LBP together.
For sure.
I'm ready. Excellent. So what else?
That's that. Oh yeah, and it's like finals week or something. Almost finals week. It's
or
kind
something.
Of finals week. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal school wise. It's the second to last week, or the last week of the semester. Next week's finals week. So I'm just kind of doing all the stuff that I remembered to do, and left myself with the right amount of time to do it.
Effective use.
I logged in onto the website on Sunday and saw that everything was due this week, and I was like, well,
Guess now's as good a
Let's
time
do
as any.
some all-nighters. Let's
And
level
here's your
this out.
monster.
And right, exactly. Here are my cups and pots of coffee. So that's what tonight's going to be like, and I'm ready.
I think that's hilarious. Robin and I are kind of on the opposite side because we're waiting for those assignments to come in, and it'll probably be next week and the week after that we will be doing the same all-nighters, trying to grade them before they're due. So,
And that's when I will be playing games.
Yep.
Yay!
It's ebb and flow. Awesome.
So yeah, what about you guys?
So I picked up a little game that I've been playing actually a little bit too much. It was called SteamWorld Dig. Did anyone see that? I think it was a free PlayStation Plus game.
It was.
So I picked it up on a whim as like a – well, the reason why is because I played Little Big Planet with the Bean, with the 7-year-old, and she was enjoying the story so much that I felt bad moving forward on the story without her. And it's, it's fun to play with her, and we were freeing Odd Sock and Toggle and learn, getting to use them all. So when she would go to bed, I tried to, start something else because my computer crashed. Had I had my computer, I would have been doing homework and making videos and, working. But my computer totally fried right before Thanksgiving, and so I am out a computer, which is why you can't see me right now, and you can only hear me. So all of these, I know. All of these things kind of came together to lead to SteamWorld Dig, and it's kind of a fun little game. It reminds me of like a little tiny puzzler with the for people that like addictions, because it's like gambling. So your job is to
if you have an addictive nature.
I do, and this works out very well because I pretend that I'm making money. Because the whole idea of the game is that you're this robot and you dig through the earth with your pickaxe, and you go down and you pick out certain rocks that give you gold, and you carry those back up to the top, and then you buy a bigger satchel or a better pickaxe, and then you go deeper and you get more, not rocks, but like, gold and silver and copper. And funny anyway, so it's been fun because I'm like 300 meters underground, and I played like 3 nights in a row, and I just keep going back and forth and getting all of these specials. But no, I think I actually kind of enjoyed it for a perfect little free game. It's been wonderful. I probably would have even paid $4.99 for it. I would have. Yeah. Yep.
Wow, it's blowing the big bucks.
Yeah, I call it my puzzle gambler game. It works very well for my addictive nature.
Fair.
Other than that, tonight, kid conned me into playing a little bit more while Mom was at class, and we beat Little Big Planet 3.
Woo!
I can't believe I played it. I mean, it was shorter than I thought it was, but we did straight storyline, and it was funny because when things got rough, she'd be like, "Dad, I'm just gonna log off and let you finish this one," because she would steal all of the the guys or the chances that you get from each starting portal, whatever. So yeah, it was fun. We beat it, and we watched the credits, and she was so excited that we won it. It was really neat.
Aww, precious.
So, yeah, it was precious, way precious. And so now we go back and we can play all the different little levels. And
now you really beat the game.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm going to go find all the fun stuff and do the creation stuff. So that's it. That's what I've been up to. Well, Robin?
Let's see what I've been up to. Far Cry 4.
Ooh, how is it?
There you go. I have been thoroughly enjoying it.
That's good.
And I don't know, it was one of those things I was like, oh yeah, shooter, that's going to be interesting. But no, I'm totally into it. And the one thing that I can't do is drive in that thing. I cannot drive. Like, my mother watched me try and drive. She's like, oh, honey,
stop.
Just stop now. Like, yes, she was decorating the Christmas tree, and I'm driving around in Kirat. It's like, I have to go and get these packages and deliver them to the karate people. And, well,
just
I guess
you're a kid again.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so there's my life.
I love that.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's terrible. Oh, yes, and I actually, somewhat decorated the office. I actually got curtains.
Oh, wow.
After living in this house for, 4 months-ish?
Wow.
He needs curtains.
Crazy dog. And as you can see, I got out of the La Quinta Hotel.
Yay!
I survived.
You survived that?
We all have our limbs. We don't have bed bugs. Life's good.
Good.
That's about as much as I could have asked for.
I think I stayed at La Quinta once.
Really, I spent my whole high school career, 3 to 4 years on the speech team. The only place we would stay is La Quinta, all across Wyoming. Every single one. I've been in there multiple times. And we used to joke, what does La Quinta stand for? What is Spanish? La Quinta is Spanish for next to Denny's. Because every single one is right next to a Denny's.
Oh, my mind is blown now.
I know. It's true.
so true.
Anyway, very cool. Very cool.
But do you like Far Cry 4 then so far? Minus the driving. Is it like...
Yeah.
Minus the driving.
Well, because the thing is, like, you know, you're steering it with the actual thumbstick, the left thumbstick, and then you can look around with the right like you would in any first-person shooter. And so I'm trying to turn the car and push forward, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm still going... It's like, oh, it's like real life.
It's like, that's awesome.
Then I probably shouldn't drive it at all.
It doesn't work out.
That's awesome. You know what I think is awesome is that Rachel's been playing Borderlands, you're playing Far Cry, and I'm playing puzzle gamble games.
True, and Little Big Planet.
And Little Big Planet.
Oh,
Yes.
but that week when all the releases came out, my PayPal account just cried.
Oh, I'm sure.
All little notifications came up on my phone. You've authorized a payment for this, and you've authorized a payment for this. You've authorized a payment for this. I'm like, oh, stop! But it's so good.
Got to find more time to keep playing. In fact, a couple of weeks, we'll have like 3 or 4 weeks off.
I know.
Oh,
Yep.
yay. I did
We should
actually... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, we should have a Little Big Planet party or just a party. We should just get together and play
I'm
games.
all over that.
That'd be sweet.
Yes, like Outlast.
Yay!
Ooh, yes. But
fun.
without being scared. Yeah.
Yeah, without the terror.
Yeah. Very cool. Is it time? Is it time for the news?
Yeah. I feel like it's time.
Okay. All right. Lead us in, and I'll tell us all about it.
You're up.
All right, let's do it. 20 facts for the 20th anniversary is where we're going to kick it off. This is kind of a fun little read that I think is entertaining. Of course, we know it's the 20th anniversary of the PlayStation, but one of the newspapers out there, The Guardian, you call that a newspaper? Sure. It's an online news source. The Guardian did 20 fascinating facts. It's a blog. I don't know. It's like a little bigger than a blog. They won a Pulitzer. Okay.
You sound old, Mr. Tyler.
I'm sorry, I'm old. Mr. Tyler. So here's what's fun about this. They have this 20 little facts. I won't go through all the 20 facts, but it's worth a look. It'll be in our show notes. But The Guardian ran through 20 fascinating facts about the early PlayStation, and it's just kind of some like history buff type of stuff of like, did you know kind of things.
That Rachel has no idea about.
Before Rachel was born.
I know. Like, I was reading some of them, and I was like, you mean we haven't always had that? When did we?
When did this happen?
When did that happen?
One of my favorites was that one of the earlier the guy that created the two-handled PlayStation controller, I can't pronounce Japanese names, but Taiyo Goto, I don't know. Once he also abandoned labeling the joypad buttons with sequential letters. Like if you remember the gaming systems of that era, A, B, C, D. You got your A button, B button. So he abandoned that and started using the symbols. The triangle was representing the player's viewpoint. The square was representing a piece of paper for menus and other in-game document stuff. And the O and the X.
What?
The O and the X were supposed to be yes and no or right or wrong, right? But that was reversed from Western territories, so the X button became that kind of move ahead action button, and the O was the backup. But initially it was swapped the other way, so the O was the yes button and the X was the no backup button. How interesting is that?
That is pretty cool.
Oh, my mind is like blown now.
Right?
Yeah.
I need rehab.
It goes through some of those early days. What were some of your memories, some of your fascinating facts from those days?
One of the ones that really stood out to me was like memory cards and stuff. Because man, I remember when we had like memory cards and we would trade and take people's fun stuff, so you wouldn't have to complete the game yourself.
I never did that.
And then I remember when they would get corrupted and your whole life would shatter. And your whole
that happened.
Yeah, me too.
That happened, and I cried.
Oh, I did too. I didn't want to go to school the next day. I was like, Dad, I can't. Like, my life's work. I'm 12 years old and my life's work's vanished.
That sucks. I miss that. I miss that whole memory card era. I don't know what it was. I had the Nintendo.
You like skipped that whole
and I skipped
period.
that. So there's a few years there that I was out of the country, and when I came back, I didn't pick up the the Super NES or even
Oh,
the
man.
GameCube. So I never dealt with that. I never did it.
You're lucky.
Yeah, even when I got the Wii, I was like, wait, what's this stick on top for? What's this hole for?
No, I had like a little like a case to hold the memory cards because I had so many. Because
Wow.
like I guess I went OCD on it because I mean like like the first game that I was running through was Final Fantasy VII. So
Yes, yeah.
save point, I had to do a different save slot just in case. Just in case I messed up, and I got to a boss that was too tough and I couldn't back up, and so like I would be able to go back.
Forever.
Yeah, I could like go back to a little bit earlier save than having like here's the single save slot.
But did you alternate like 1 and 2, or did you have like a chronic log of like 5 or 6 slots?
It was a chronic log, and then I had multiple memory cards, so I had like this.
Wow.
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh man, I remember there was one, and it was like emerald green, and it had everything on it, and it corrupted. And I literally cried. Like when you were telling us about Borderlands, and you were saying, "Oh yeah," and it started my game over, and I'm like, "No, I feel your pain, but I got to keep everything." Okay, you're fine.
Right. Gotta keep my progress. So
Oh.
You'll live.
But it's a pretty awful feeling. It's like, it's really sad as a 12-year-old. No one understood my pain. I was like, you don't get it though. Everything, all of my characters, everything.
Oh.
It's like, I got sick when that happened. I was like, I can't eat. I can't do this.
Having just
I'm
lost my
not emotionally
computer,
stable.
I'm in the same.
That's true.
Yeah.
Similar. Although I'm hoping most of the things I need were in Dropbox or at other places, but
Something.
anyway, yeah, I had the same moment. In fact, I'll share this with the LittleBigKast crowd because I love them. But I cried for the second time this year last week when that happened. Yep,
I don't blame
tears.
you.
Oh, man.
I only cry once a year. I'm allotted once a year to cry.
That's true. That's fair.
That was the second time this year. So
I feel your pain, Drew.
Yeah, it was a big one.
Hey, what
I'm
are
sure
some signs that that's going to happen? Because mine maybe.
If you have a mid
you're
to early 2011,
Yeah.
It's graphical. If you see anything graphical happening on your screen that's like an aberration of like not normal graphics, I don't know. I don't know what I mean.
You're gonna start seeing graphics. Your fan's gonna start picking up like crazy for no apparent reason.
Yes.
The only reason I know this is because it happened like a month before Drew said to me.
Yep.
That's why I had to buy a new laptop.
Yep.
When I log in, it gets all glitchy.
Oh.
Yep. Back up your stuff, sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
I'm
it.
scared now.
I thought if it's 2011, it's just they're notorious. They're all going down like one after another now.
Ugh.
Luckily for me though, it was university issued, so payment wise, like I'm not out any money because they just have to go get me another one. But
That's good.
Crash
But
plan,
anyway.
everybody.
Lucky.
Crash plan.
yes,
I'll
yes.
just get in
Yeah.
one of those.
just get the job.
I'll just put my name in.
Wait, they don't give baristas free laptops?
Yeah, I know, right? We get coffee, but that's it. Ugh. No, that's all.
Okay, so let's push forward. I got a couple more news real
Yeah.
quick. But yes, read that. 20 facts for the 20th anniversary were very, very fun to read. Next
Okay,
news, I'm
fantastic.
going to throw in a news for Jeff. This is Jeff news. PlayStation exclusive comes with Destiny expansion next week. Destiny Dark Below, that big expansion. There's a list of all these cool little things that will get special on the PlayStation side of things that they'll have to wait almost a year to get on the other side. So I believe there's an extra strike and an extra like 4-barreled shotgun. The picture of it was pretty sweet. But those are the new things that'll be like exclusive for PlayStation players. They're called the fourth
gun.
Yeah, the Horseman shotgun. Look at that thing. 4 barrels, 5 shots, fast fire rate. Anyway, I'm excited to play with that. And then for other people that are picking up the expansion, like everybody all together, there's new story missions that put you against the Hive God, new weapons and armor and gear to kind of further customize your man or robot woman, whatever. The ability to increase your light level up to 32, more bounty slots, new competitive multiplayer maps, new cooperative strike, and another 6-player raid, Crota's End, to face him in the deepest dark. So there's some things that are coming forward for Destiny lovers, a.k.a. Jeff. I love Jeff.
Absolutely.
I just don't have the time to put into it. I can't love that.
I just can't. I tried.
Are either of you going to try the expansion, or are you still grinding on the original?
I'm still plugging through the original. I'm only level 21, and it's funny because I'm like, oh, I'm only level 21. It's like, that was a long time getting there.
True, it's true. Rachel, any chance that you'll be?
We'll see.
We'll see. Good time.
See what happens.
That is one pretty little shotgun, though. That is so cool. Like,
it's nice.
It's giving me a long winter break. We'll see.
We'll see how much. Okay. Next news number 3. This was a teaser trailer that popped up in Spanish. Did you guys see this? A teaser trailer that popped up in Spanish. Sweet. IGN reported on it. A couple of people reported on it, but it was just kind of a simple little, a minute long. I don't know how. It was really short and in Spanish, and you just see all these really like open vistas and the guys hunting through the forest. Dragons. And the name was called Emagon. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Emagon. So it's kind of just this person exploring the landscape, and then he comes out into this desert, and you race across the desert, and a leaf like grows before him. But people are trying to figure out what it might mean, and it says that they're going to announce it. Like there'll be some sort of announcement on the 5th, and this was like a teaser for something coming on the 5th. Any ideas? What do you guys think it might?
Not a clue.
I've got nothing. I would just troll everyone. It's like, there's so much hype, and nothing. It's like not all.
And
probably
it's
like
actually a flop.
Well, that's
it's probably like a fake game.
It's Jack and the Beanstalk.
No, that's funny because Emagon, spelled backwards, is no game. And so a lot of people are thinking, oh, this is just like a teaser for the PlayStation experience that's coming up, or it's just no game. But it could also be game on if you were to like mix them up a little bit more. I don't know. I'm hopeful. It looks really good.
It looks
even
pretty,
if it is,
yeah.
The other thing is that the narration does say something about like it talks about 20 years and conquering worlds and making choices and living with your choices, and that kind of coincides with the 20th anniversary.
Yeah. I
right?
call that it's the PlayStation experience kind of thing.
It's like, hey, welcome to this new thing, and we just made a fun video to get you even more hyped.
Suckers.
Love
you shared it for nothing.
It worked. So that takes us to our next news story, which is PlayStation Experience this weekend, December 6th and 7th. Will be fully live stream on Twitch that we can enjoy that. I'm kind of excited. As far as we know, this is just kind of like one more gaming convention, but it's
there's so many.
PlayStation. They're bringing in all of the indie folks there. They're going to have their AAA players there. I think it sounds like a really fun like community event. I'm kind of stoked to see what comes out of it. Do you guys have any hopes or dreams? What do you hope to see?
It's like all my hopes and dreams.
Everything is there.
It's like
everything.
If this was a person, I would hug it.
I bet they're just gonna give us new release dates for everything.
Oh.
Everything they showed us E3 Part 2, except now next year.
No, that's exactly
now
what
next
it's gonna be.
year.
Remember when we showed you this? Now we have a firm date
now
a
it's
year
going to
later.
be better with less bugs. Yeah, so something like that. But I'm not sure. I'm still hoping for... I don't know. I'm just hoping it'll be cool. There's going to be lots of fun stuff.
I'm looking at it, and I'm loving the panels. Usually, the panels, I guess I'm not so far into games that I could care about them, but this one has a lot of developer-style panels. Mm-hmm. And so they have one for Telltale's doing Choice Matters panel where they talk about their choosing games. How to become a game designer, actors and their voices, casting characters. Some of these are really entertaining.
Sweet.
Neat. So then the last little bit of news, and again, I didn't really scour too deep, so if I'm missing something, tweet us and let us know at LittleBigKast. But the last little bit was that GameSpot had a really cool article where they sat down with Naughty Dog's Eric Monicelli and talked about, like, basically he unwrapped a few things about what's going to be announced this weekend. So that's a really long read, but he had a couple of like extra teasers where he's like, oh, you might want to know about this, and you might want to tune into this keynote, and we'll be announcing this. So if you read that whole thing, he just kind of has a little bit of like answers for everything, like why did they hold it in December, who's supposed to be there. I don't know. Did you guys get the chance to read through that one? I didn't put it up very recently.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All right. That's good.
Not enough.
All right. Well, if this were a homework assignment, you would fail.
Not surprising.
No, some really good stuff, and I think the questions that GameSpot was asking was fantastic too. Like they ask the guy from Naughty Dog, how do you balance doing what fans want with sticking to your guns? We've talked about that. You can't go so far that you're listening to the fans all the time, or else you're going to make crap. And then he talks about things about maybe this PlayStation experience will actually help game developers become household names like George Lucas or Spielberg, because we get to see them and interact with them more. So that's kind of cool.
They aren't hanging behind it,
right? And then there's one at the very end that he says there's going to be a lot of other opportunities that sort of spiral out of this PlayStation experience that speak to more of a mass audience, be it from some of the reveals or some of the media hits we have after the reveals, or just the fact that we have a really cool new thing that we're showing everybody. We're going to get some eyeballs on it. So he's talking about this possible, like, the fact that there's so many first-time buyers of the PS4 and there's a larger mass market going on. It'll be interesting to see where they take that.
Yay.
And that, my friends,
appeal to everyone.
That is the news.
Sweet.
Cool. Yay. Well,
yes.
Oh, and the other one, I don't know, I just found this, that Assassin's Creed leaked a new game coming out for next year. So, and now the effect is that it's taking the attention away from Unity and the cluster that Unity is.
So is that like an air quotes leaked?
Yeah, to me, I would think that was a leak. Just like, hey, look at the other things that we're doing.
Yeah.
Look there. Don't.
Is it New Assassins or just an Ubisoft? What is it?
No,
New
it's a New
Assassins?
New Assassin's Creed.
I wonder that if most of my friends have been playing Rogue, because I'm like, oh, what are you playing? Assassin's Creed? Unity? No, they're playing Rogue, surprisingly. So they're all pretty happy with it. Everyone I've talked to. So I wonder what happened with Unity, because if Far Cry 4 sounds like... Because I was wondering if Far Cry 4 was going to have the same effect and you're going to have to pay for everything, so...
Right.
I wonder if it's just kind of their... I don't know what it was.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Assassin's Creed Victory, set in Victorian London.
Ooh. Everyone will talk like this.
Hello, Big Ben. Hello. Oh.
So, yeah, what's coming out?
Yeah, you get one chance for redemption because you broke my heart. So.
Yes. Good luck.
Yeah, correct.
All right, you got some new releases, Rachel?
Yeah, not a lot, but let's see what we got. I'm so used to Jeff dancing.
I'm dancing.
There it is. All right, so we have chess, a PSN classic, which is funny because I've been wanting to play chess lately, but like real life chess, not pretend chess. The Crew comes out for PlayStation 4, Fantasy Hero: The Unsigned Legacy on the Vita, Final Horizon, A Game of Thrones, the Telltale game series. Episode 1 comes out on the PlayStation 4 as well. So that'll be kind of cool. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, Secret Ponchos, and Siberia for the PlayStation 3.
And if you're PlayStation Plus, Ponchos is free this month.
Woo!
I think I've already got it downloaded. I had to look at it.
We didn't talk about our December games yet, or did you guys talk about that last week?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that next week, maybe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we may have mentioned as a new, like, quick news story, the Secret Ponchos, and what was the other one that was coming out? We did mention it. And now I've forgotten it already.
Pressure.
Oh well. So there we are.
Yay.
That's fun news. Well,
yeah.
how much? I don't know. I can't see the playback, so I don't know how long we've been going, Producer Man, but I said Producer Man.
Like 50 minutes? No, like 30?
35, 40?
You guys are good.
We talk a lot.
What do we want to talk about for our topic today? Did we want to talk about digital versus hard games?
Yeah, let's do it. Because Jeff wanted to talk about it, and he's not here playing. He's playing Destiny, so...
Yeah.
Let's talk about the topic he wanted to talk about.
To be fair, he isn't playing Destiny. But he is taking one for the team. He's helping an injured and fallen family member by sitting up with him in a hospital. He's a good man. He's not just ditching us for destiny. Right? Am I right? I mean, somebody tell me I'm right here.
Good job. Well, I already know Jeff's point of view on digital versus physical, so I'll say what he would be saying.
Okay, pretend to be Jeff. Pretend to be Jeff. Try.
Okay. Well, let's set it up. Kind of raspy. So let's set it up. Basically, we want to discuss kind of the pros and cons of having, digital content and digital games, the pricing and then the effects and the other things, versus having actual physical hard copy discs, prices and pros and cons, etc. So, Robin, why don't you kick it off and tell us kind of where you stand on both of those?
It's interesting for me because as far as my PlayStationing goes, I have a lot of just digital copies because I can't, it's instant gratification for me. It's like, I want this. Here's my PayPal. Make it happen. And then, wait for, I don't know, a month for it to download.
Right.
But for the convenience factor of it, it's great. For the fact that I can only share it on 2 machines, at least for PlayStation, it's a little bit dicey because, I have one that I'll play when I'm, in New Mexico, and then the one that I play when I'm here. And then that's it. Like if I go to a friend's house, I can't bring my game. I have to unhook my entire console and just, there you go, and rehook it. So it's a little bit dicey in that, but I don't think I'm going to stop buying digital anytime soon.
Okay.
Fair.
Rachel?
Okay, so my thing with it is I'm more of a physical person, which is funny because out of physical books, because this is a conversation between tons of media and stuff, so it's like books and music and video games. The only thing that I have gone digital on is music. Actually, I don't have CDs. I'm not a vinyl collector. I'm not a hipster. But
okay.
Hey,
jeez,
it's okay.
Yeah. My dad still jams to his vinyls, and he always tells me that, Rachel, they just really sound better. I'm like, shut up, Dad.
The sound's warmer.
Shut up. It sounds poppier and crappier. But anyways, yeah, no. So I like to collect. I don't even think I've downloaded many digitals unless they're like an indie game. I just like to have the physical copy, and I think one of my main concerns is always memory, just because they take up so much. Yeah, and I'm always super nervous that one day I'm going to want to save something and it's not going to let me. And I know it takes a lot, and you can always remove them from your storage and keep them other places, but it's just...
It's like that anxiety.
Yeah, I just, like I said, my memory card got corrupted when I was really little, and it's just made me super paranoid to keep anything as a whole game, let alone just a saved game, but a whole virtual game. So I don't know. I kind of like the physicals. Plus, I think you can get them cheaper on Amazon. And there's something about going to midnight releases that will just always.
Oh yeah.
Make me giddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a really long time, but I mean, if I were to. So I don't know. It's kind of like a trophy. And plus you can pass it around with your friends. And
yeah, exactly.
I asked Jeff if I could borrow Black Flag, and he's like, oh, sorry, it was digital. I'm like, oh, all right then, never mind. So yeah.
It's like memory cards are why you have trust issues.
I know, pretty much. Sorry. Yeah.
What's Jeff's stance on this?
So Jeff loves digitals. I wouldn't say he loves digitals now. I'm afraid I'm going to say something he's going to be like, oh, I don't think that way.
He should be tuning in right now.
I know, but I know that Jeff is a digital collector, and I believe him and his cousin actually because you can share them on 2 consoles. So him and his cousins actually take turns buying games, and they share that game with each other's console.
Huh?
So you kind of saves money, and he kind of gets games I don't know, takes turns. And then he always says that he likes logging on to his account and kind of seeing his library, and that's kind of what he finds. What he kind of gets back from it is being able to just kind of look at it virtually. So
That's
Cool.
That's a tough thing because, like, for me, it's especially with books, because I have tons and tons of Kindle books, but, I'm an academic. I'm supposed to have a ton of books. I'm supposed to have, like, libraries in my office. Yeah. And it's like, no, it's all on my Kindle. There's, like, over 200 some odd titles in my Kindle library. It's like, I promise I'm smart. Really?
My books are right here in my hand.
Magic.
So, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like so Rachel, you're a little bit more physical. Robin, which way did you lean?
I'm leaning digital just for ease and convenience.
That's convenience. That's right. You were saying the convenience, so easy to spend money. Mm-hmm. Jeff, digital. I'd have to say I'm digital as well. The only reason why I bought like hard games in the recent past, hard copies were
because you don't own a PS4.
No. Because the hard ones that I have were on sale at GameStop or something, where I'd get like a $6.99 version of I get all the Uncharted's, right? So I picked up the cheap ones there, the ones that I can't get digital. But anything that's come out recently, I've gotten the digital version on the PlayStation Store on my computer, during a moment of weakness, and then had it downloading to my machine before I got home.
Yeah.
With the exception of Little Big Planet, and for some reason I wanted the day one. I wanted the little Sackboy doll.
Which is pretty cool. I did see it. And you do get a pretty adorable Indian outfit, which, yep.
So that's the only reason why I got the hard copy on that and had it delivered the day that it launched.
Right.
But I think for me, the difference between digital and like tangible copies, there is that trade-off because I almost wish I would have Destiny as a disc now, because I'd love to be able to save some space on my hard drive. And there's some bigger games coming out that I don't have that much hard drive space anymore on my little machine.
And I'm sure if Jeff was here, he would tell you what to do to avoid that, because I've asked him about that. And so just pretend Jeff is combating that problem and telling you what you should do. Insert 10-15 minute rant here. But Grand Theft Auto, no, you're right. It's funny because the digitals, though, or the physicals, they come with those download discs now, too.
Oh, yeah.
So my Grand Theft Auto had like 2 discs, and one of them was just, I even think my Halo 4 back in the day had I think that was the first game I had that had like a download disc, and I was like, what is this? Why do I have to? Why? So that's kind of a thing too.
Wait, do I not know the download disc? I'm not that. You put it in and it links you to.
Yeah, so you get like 2 discs in your game pack, and one of them's just like all of the content and all the stuff, and then one of them's like the playable disc. So before you play the game,
you have to install an entire disc worth of cutscenes and
exactly.
Yeah. That's when the game kind of like snuggles in, and then you play it.
That's how it gets comfy and cozy.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Being a media guy, that makes sense, because on any sort of high-res 1080 graphics, it's going to play better. It's going to play better off of a hard drive than it is off of a disc. And so if I were a developer, I would say, let's make them install all of this beautiful imagery right on their hard drive so it can be played back faster. We can hit that 30 frames a second that we want.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's how physicals work now. And then the only problem I have with physicals now, too, is that I don't know where to physically put them, because I only have so much room under my TV.
Move all your vinyls out of the way.
I know. My tons and tons of vinyls. No, I just stack them, and they're just a mess. And you have to dust them, and you have to put them back in their case, which is a pain in the ass sometimes. So
I do like the shareability, though. I really do like the physical copy of shareability. In fact, I was going to offer, if you'd like to borrow the Little Big Planet.
Woo! That'd be sweet if I don't ever buy it myself.
Right. Or, just get a fix while I'm grading papers or something.
Yeah, for real.
But it has to be while the kid was still in school, because that little, my kid, she'd blow.
You mentioned how you made me do my homework before.
Yeah.
On the last episode, and I was like, yeah, you really did, though.
I really did.
I was pumped, and I was like, no! I only have an hour.
I did. I totally pulled a dad. I was like, great, you want to play? You want to play PlayStation in the office? Great, go do your homework and then come back. That was awesome.
But, yep. So, yes. And KT, I want to say KT is a physical person.
He is. Have you seen? And you know why? I'll tell you why. He's going to pop in here in any minute and tell us why. But
I have issues. That's why.
That's my answer. No, it's because the exclusives. Anything that comes with a doll or a map or a chest or anything, if it says the word exclusive, that's why he wants the physicals. Is it? KT, do you even own digitals?
I own some digitals, but I see Sackboy staring right at me right now. Yep, it's just amazing.
Yep, he's a good man. That's awesome. Well, do you want to pipe in on this? What do you think is pros and cons? Have we hit them all on both sides?
Well, so, okay, I'll give you a little history. The reason why I actually have a lot of physical discs is early in the days when broadband was here, broadband was expensive and KT didn't have a job that could afford nice broadband. So instead of spending, 3 days downloading a game, getting a disc is so much nicer. And
this is true.
And Black Friday is my holiday. People have Thanksgiving as their holiday. Black Friday is my holiday. Like I'm already starting to save money for next Black Friday, so I have enough funds to spend on. Okay, and this is.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, this is a light year. I only picked up like 5 video games. Normally, I pick up 10 to 20.
Man.
So,
man.
And you just don't get those with digital deals a lot of the time. The first digital deal that I've seen that has been compelling to me so far is right now, for some reason, The Last of Us Remastered is going for $20 digital everywhere, while the disc is still about like $50 right now.
Wow.
So that's the first one that seems to compel me, but part of me is like, I don't want to pay $60 for that game, especially if it's no exclusive. Exclusives are usually the only things that I actually tend to pre-order.
There's no Joel figurine. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Where's Ellie?
I want a clicker head.
Oh, yuck. No, icky. Okay. Well, that makes good sense. I think that I would suppose after discussing this that we're going to see more of the digital offerings, especially like you're talking about these download discs. It does make sense that developers are going to be pushing their next gen consoles. We already know several of them are going to be. I think we're going to see them as discless, optical driveless.
I know, and they're trying to make it easier too, like with the midnight downloads and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Preload.
I think they're definitely catering to that side.
Oh, but that was murder watching. Like I had Far Cry, I had Little Big Planet, and GTA, and each of them had their little countdown clocks.
Oh.
Just run it, and I'm just sitting there staring at it like, no.
How do you choose what to do first? Wow.
Right.
They were
just place bets on which one's gonna go first.
Yeah. But the problem, like we were talking about hard drive space, GTA takes up 44 gigs.
Ooh. That's so much.
I know. And then I opened it, and when it was downloading, it does the preload. Right. It went really fast, and like, I know my internet did not get this fast. You open it, and then it says you need to actually install the game. Well, let that sit overnight, and then all during the day through teaching class, and then it's 5:00 the next day. Now we can do this.
Yeah, no, that's funny because I picked up GTA for my 360, and I remember the download just for the install disc. It took a really long time too, so I can only imagine what it's like, all special and remastered, or better. So yay!
First person everything.
You did it though. You did it. You made it through. Did you? They're not still downloading, are they?
They're okay now.
That's good. You got them. Now, how long do you think it'll be before we see like? I mean, we're looking at PlayStation now. We've seen that and other types of. I think what was the Kindle? No, the Amazon Fire. Mm-hmm. What was that? It was like a little TV box that also was streaming games.
Oh,
how long? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Amazon Fire TV.
The Fire TV. So how long before we start seeing the larger consoles going that same direction, right? I don't know.
Makes me wonder if it will ever die out, because I know it's already happening pretty strongly. I know GameStops that are struggling.
Yeah.
Just because, so I mean,
are we looking at something that's similar to like the Blockbuster, like where they went belly up after all the digital Redbox Netflix?
I feel like it's a transition that's slowly been happening to everything, and it's just kind of, I don't know how long it'll be, but I know it's definitely, it's coming fast. It's coming quickly.
I'm waiting for it to happen with my like groceries. I'm sorry, your local
Download
grocery
your
store.
groceries.
Yeah. I'm waiting for 3 hours for a bowl of soup.
Right.
Amazon Prime Fresh.
Amazon Prime Fresh.
Amazon, do my grocery shopping for me so that I don't ever have to leave the house. It'll be like Wall-E all over the place.
You guys know they
Yay.
actually have a beta program of that in Seattle, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
Seattle.
I've
Are
heard
they
of-
calling it Prime Fresh?
Yeah. And I think in San Francisco has it too. They have cars marked.
Wow. This world that I'm living in is just getting smaller.
America.
You don't have to leave to go eat. We'll make you eat in your couch.
Bring the food to you.
I'm going to download my potato chips.
Well, think about it. We're doing this show virtually, even though we all live in Utah, and 3 of you live like 5 minutes away from each other.
This is true. We are actually pretty close to each other. That's a beauty of the internet. It's inconvenience. Yep. Well, folks, any last words on our topic of digital versus non?
Go with what you feel.
There you go. Because it's going to go digital sooner or later. So
I know,
go with what you feel.
So cling on. I'm also hoping that maybe like my physicals are baseball cards. So 40 years from now, they're like, oh, if you have the physical disc of Grand Theft Auto 5, it's worth $3 million. I'll be like, oh, you mean this disc right here? This one? So
maybe
I think that's what I'm
400
banking
years
on deep down. Then I'll pass it on to my children, or maybe it'll be the new vinyl. That'll be the
Maybe
thing.
it'll be like the new stamps.
That's it. There'll be tripsters, like 20 years down the road, tripsters will be like, oh, man, did you see that case insert for the Nino Cooney 20th edition?
Right.
Man.
They actually had graphic art. Yeah.
Yay.
I don't even know where to close this at, but guys, I think we're going to wrap it up and say goodnight.
Try to.
Informative.
Somehow we got through a whole show without Jeff. I don't know how we did it.
don't either.
Miss him a lot.
He's
Terribly.
around.
Yeah. With that, good night. I forgot all the things that you have to say at the end of the show, right? Hey, you've been listening to LittleBigKast. If you want to reach out to us, hit us on Twitter at LittleBigKast with a K, or watch us on Kick on LittleBigKast.com.
Wrong show.
Sorry, Kick. I said Kick. You can find us on ktdata.net as well. Always fun to join us for the live shows. As always, you can find me at Night20 on Twitter. And Rachel?
Me, Pirate Rachel, but with the 3 instead of E. I guess it's awful branding or something like that. I learned the past few days.
And Rob.
But whatever.
And I'm just Robin Hazlett. There you go.
Find us, tweet us, talk to us about what you want to hear on the show and any of your thoughts on the things we talked about today. And we will see you next time.
Love you.
Is it playing? I wanted to do that earlier.
So hard when I can't see you guys.
I know, it's tough sauce when all I see is Drew's giant eye staring at me.
Is that what I...
That's the
I
picture.
can't wait to watch it. I can't wait.
I printed out this picture and it's above my bed, so when I wake up, that's what I
There
see.
you go.
That's
There you
how
go.
Drew inspires me every
It's
day.
not creepy.
Wow. In this cast, we find Katie's deep dark secret.
Hey, everybody
Why
on the
do you really
KitCast
keep
knows
that
I have a
secret?
man crush on Drew, so
It's true. Everyone knows this. And it's okay by me. I've got no problems with it.
What was last one's? Was it Friar Cross or was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
crotch
crotch fire.
I'm
It should
serious. Like
be
when I read that, all I heard
fire.
in my head was crotch fire.
That's what we talked about for half the show.
Crotch fire.
We should name this one not Crutch. Crotch.
Fire.
Not that
Oh,
one.
fire extinguisher.
Missing.
I
Yeah.
almost
Crotch
said,
fireless.
yeah, I was going to say crotchless fire, but that would be weird too. Crotch fire, fireless.
Right.
I was gonna say Anne Robin's mom gives her some driving advice.
Yeah, no, honestly, like she's up on the ladder, on the tree. My little shorter than me mother, she comes to my shoulder
Wow.
and she's like, "Oh, honey, you need some help with that." And I'm just like, "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm trying to free Kirat." It's like, I don't have time to watch if there is a rock in the middle of the road. You need to drive slower, dear. I'm like, you do this in the real car.